I would like to talk to you for a minute about how to know the truth in life, because this is extremely important. And you don't hear a lot of people talking about it. You hear a lot of people claiming to know the truth, but you don't hear a lot of people talking about how they really know the truth, if they do, or even to back up their claims. Now, just to qualify, I am not left, I am not right, I am not Republican, I am not Democrat, conservative, liberal, and all the rest of your labels, gone. The only label I accept in life is Christ. It's the only label I'll accept. So, how do we know truth in life? Okay? Especially these days with what's going on, right? Like, who do you believe? Who do you trust? Here's how. First, a little background. We're human. We've got eyes, we've got ears, we've got noses, we've got brains. Okay? We got even a sense of touch. We have emotions. We have all the human faculties, right? Those will and can tell you the truth to a degree, a measure of truth. Okay? What's that measure? The measure is exactly the measure of what your human faculties are experiencing. Okay? But it only tells you the truth of what is registering in those senses, right? Okay? So, you can trust all that to a degree. So, where it gets tricky is when it gets beyond that, obviously. Okay? And here's where we have to talk about the spiritual realm. Okay? So, the spiritual realm undergirds the physical realm. The spiritual realm is the more real realm of life, and the physical realm is upheld by the spiritual realm. So you can know the truth by tapping into the spiritual realm. Okay? So, in the Bible, there is a great passage in Isaiah 11. It's talking about Jesus, and it says, "He will not judge by what his eyes see or by what his ears hear." Okay? But it says he will judge with righteousness. Now, how does he do that? Okay? So he obviously goes beyond what his eyes see and what his ears hear. Okay? So that should be our first clue. That's your first clue. That just because your eyes are seeing something and your ears are hearing it doesn't necessarily make it true. Okay? All right? So, but let's say you're watching a video, okay? You can watch a video or see a picture, but these days it is so easy to manipulate videos and pictures that you don't know if the video or the picture that you're seeing is actually real, okay? Because it can all be created these days very easily, all right? So, now also, you could hear a person talking, but you're not sure what they're saying is true, okay? So, to know, how do you know if a person right in front of you who's talking is telling you the truth, okay? Or if you're watching a video, you're watching somebody and you're listening to them talk, to get back to my earlier point, how do you know if what they're saying is true, okay? So, this applies greatly today with what's going on, okay? We live in a world that is very digital, very internet, videos, information coming at you. And the point is that all that can be manipulated and created. And with that, people can create anything for you to see and hear. Okay? So, that doesn't necessarily mean it's not true, but it certainly doesn't mean that it is true. So how do you know? Okay? And to get back to an earlier point, even in real life, if you're sitting there listening to somebody, how do you know if they're telling you the truth? Okay? So, we have all these people that we listen to in life, right? You got your parents, you got your pastor, you got preachers, you got politicians, you got the government, you got the news, you got people making videos, you got friends, you got doctors, you got lawyers, you got you name it, right? I'm sure I've only scratched the surface of people and sources of information that you can listen to, okay? So the biggest mistake that you can make in life is to believe everything you see and hear, all right? Because if you do that, you're in trouble, okay? Now it's obviously not wrong in a moral sense to do that because you're human, right? We all have to do that to a degree, okay? But it's to a degree, okay? So you have to have a better way of knowing truth than simply trusting what you see and hear around you, okay? In person and digitally. And what is that way, okay? How did Jesus do it? If Jesus didn't trust what he saw and what he heard, how did he do it? And there's tons of stories of this in the Bible where he didn't do this. He responded. People would constantly ask him questions or say things to him, and he would respond with something completely unrelated. Seemingly. Why? Because Jesus knew what the truth was, right? People say things, but their words say one thing, but their spirit is saying something completely different. That's what Jesus tuned into, okay? Jesus said that he was full of the Spirit and truth, okay? That's what the Bible says. He was full of the Spirit and the truth, okay? He walked in the power of the Spirit of truth, okay? That's what I want to talk to you about. The Spirit of truth. Jesus said the Spirit of truth does what? He guides you into all. Not some, not partial, not maybe, all truth. That is where you get all truth in all of life. That is your only infallible source of truth, the Spirit of truth. That is how you know the truth in life. Okay? So, how do you do this? How do you get this skill? Okay? I don't have a formula for you. Okay? What I know is that Jesus taught about the Spirit of truth and that the Spirit of truth, he exists. All right? So, you have to learn to listen to him. Okay? And when you do, he will start to show you inside in your spirit, which bypasses this, and even this, to tell you the truth. You have to learn to listen to him.